Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your angel and spirit guide message reading for you for money and career. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. So let's dive into this reading and see what your angels and your spirit guides have to say. I'm going to be starting with your spirit guide animal cards. These are also your totem animals for this time. If you see these animals in the wild or you see an image of these animals, this is your angels and your spirit guides tapping you on the shoulder, Scorpio, saying, remember this message. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Scorpio, money and career. Scorpio, money and career. Show me clearly, show me clearly. Show me clearly. So we have the butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. And then we have the frog spirit, clear out the clutter. So you're clearing out the clutter because the transformation is beautiful and you have no room for the clutter. And then we have your chakra cards. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Scorpio, money and career. Scorpio, money and career. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. So we have psychic development, the third eye chakra, and we have inspiration, the sacral chakra. So yeah, your psychic development is leading you towards inspiration. So there are going to be these insights that you get that you're going to be like, wow, it just came to me. That's your psychic development. That's your third eye opening up. It's going to be inspiring you in a very real and very profound way. And then we have your tarot cards. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Scorpio, money and career. Scorpio, money and career. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. So at the heart of everything, we have you, we have the King of Cups shining through. You're represented as the Cups in the Minor Arcana, as the Death card in the Major Arcana. You have the Four of Wands, which is absolutely gorgeous. The Two of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. You have the repeat of the number 2. The Hanged Man, the Two of Cups. Now you have the repeat of the number 2 3 times. So that's divine message. You have the Empress. Oh, that's gorgeous. So now you have the repeat of the number 3. The Page of Swords, an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius, and the World. Oh, that's really lovely. Really lovely. Okay. So you have this transformation forward. You really do. You have your heart and your mind coming together. You are, of course, as a water sign energy, much more assured within the world of your heart, okay, your emotional self, and you're becoming a student of the way your heart talks to your mind and the way that you interpret things. So that's going to be very powerful for you. In regards to career, you are moving forward. It can be that you're thinking of switching up your careers, okay, kind of moving forward in a different way. You might have business ventures that you're thinking of. You might be looking for a new job. This is a very good sign. Money, you're coming into balance with money. There's something here where like you're taking on a lot. It can be that it feels like you're giving to Peter, you're taking from Peter to give to Paul type of thing, where you're finding the balance, you're finding out what you really desire. It can also be 2 projects that you have to balance, or 2 things that are worth their weight in gold to you. And one can be money, to support your life and people who are reliant upon you. And the other one is your spiritual self, your creative self, how you want the world to open up, those who you absolutely love and adore, and you're balancing everything. And sometimes it's a hard dance. Do not forget to tap into yourself emotionally, check into yourself and be like, is everything okay? Am I looking at the big picture of what I want? Because you can be so focused on the prosperity of it all and on the money that is needed to move things forward and everything like that, that you miss sight of the bigger picture. And here with the butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. And you are going to see yourself transform. I mean, I just felt like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders. It's like, yeah, this is your transformative time. This is your powerful time. And you're clearing out the clutter. You don't want it anymore. It's not valuable to you. You might look around your house, you might look around your, just your life in general and be like, I don't know what I'm holding on to this for. It can be at work that you're sitting there. And for some, okay, so this gets real, but for some of you, you're at a job and you're hoping that they'll see you. You're hoping that you'll be able to progress or move forward. But it's kind of like the job is clutter. Okay, there's something here where it's not what you were sold before. It's not the job that you were told it would be. And for some of you, that's why you're moving forward. You're like, no. And it can be that you hold on for a little bit, the state of the world, everything like that. You're taking it all into consideration. And you're like, listen, better to be someplace and be able to pay my bills, right, than not be able to pay them and be just adrift. So be mindful of this and embracing your passion, your power, and seeing what's cluttering you, what's weighing you down, and saying, I don't want this in my life anymore. Because you're going to find that your third eye is really opening for you. Your third eye is really opening, really expanding, really driving you forward. And as you're seeing things, as you're clarifying on things, as you're, embracing and understanding, the world opens up to you. And you start to see things more clearly, more personally, more powerfully for yourself. So don't underestimate the power of your intuition, of your insights, of what you're getting. And then we have inspiration. This is the Sacral Chakra. So the Sacral Chakra is where we hold a lot of negativity from this life and from past lives. And it can get like filled up rather quickly, especially if you're going through a stressful time or something like that, where everything can just start coming back at you and you're like, oh my gosh, I thought I worked through this. You're being inspired and you want that inspiration to flow through you. And I love that you have the Sacral Chakra and you have the Hanged Man, because the Sacral Chakra is where we hold sexual energy, and sexual energy is creative energy. So here with the Hanged Man, you are going to see that sexual energy, that creative energy, is flowing down to your mind. That's what the alchemists believed, which, it's funny, yes, but it's rather beautiful too. I really do believe this. So here you're seeing this energy move forward through you, inspire you, go to your brain, embracing what you want to develop, embracing how you want to develop things. That's why you'll see yogis standing on their heads. It's a moving of that energy, and it's an embracing of what you want, because you're a king. You're a king during this time. And as a king, you will not back down. You will not be silenced. You are moving towards your greater goals, your truths, your powers, your understanding. And as you do so, you're cutting through doubts and fears. Now, you can be working with an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. You are definitely the more experienced one in this situation. All right. And it's also you're looking at things emotionally. All right. And as you're looking at things emotionally, you're very in tune with your emotional self, your feelings, how you want things to move forward, how you perceive things, everything like that you have a very strong connection to. With the mind, okay, with the logic side of it all, you don't want to reason the emotion out of it. And so what you're seeing here is you're seeing how your heart impacts your mind. And that's a really beautiful thing, because I believe that we are all emotional beings. And as emotional beings, we need to connect with our emotional selves. We need to be able to listen to our hearts, understand our truths, move forward in this passion and in this power. And as you are doing so, you're seeing that connection with your mind. You're seeing that connection with what you want, with what you desire, the way that you want to move forward. And instead of trying to simply fall back on logic and saying, okay, that's it, you're going to see that there's this beautiful camaraderie. And instead of just falling back on emotion, because if you've ever seen those people who are just simply always emotion-based all the time, they're exhausting. And so here you're finding that balance, and you're embracing that balance between yourself, that ebb and that flow. You can also find that if you have air sign energy in your chart, that it's going to really come out in a way that has you immensely curious about things. You're going to be, even if you don't have air sign energy in your chart, you're going to be immensely curious about things. This is a huge time for you to learn, to gain a bigger understanding, to dive deeper, to cut through doubts and fears, to amplify your power and yourself as you're moving forward. And as you do so, there's the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is new business opportunities coming your way. It's celebration. It's happiness. It can be moving house. It's like, now it's time to move forward. And it's a celebration of self. And I love that you have the 4 going into the 3 in the major arcana with the Empress. This is being pregnant with opportunities. And here, this is a wedding. So for some, there is this marriage of ideas that is coming forward. And you're seeing this within yourself. You're seeing this within your power. It's like, how do I get to where it is that I want to be? Where is it that I embrace my discovery? What is it that I want to create? Why am I inspired? Where is that inspiration going to take me? And this is an exciting journey. I mean, like, this is you moving forward in a way that has you excited, that has you creative, that has you pushing boundaries, that has you looking at yourself and saying, where is it that I want to be? This is all things nurturing. This is all things, creative and beautiful. You're crowned with the stars, which is the highest form of man's perfection. Back when our ancestors used to look up at the night sky, that was their idea of perfect. Okay, the night sky. And still, when you look up and all the lights are off, and you look up into the night sky, it's breathtaking. There's something here that's breathtaking. You're doing a move towards breathtaking, and you're celebrating breathtaking. And this is a powerful part of you. And as you do so, okay, you have the 2 of Pentacles. Now, let's talk about the repeat of the number 2 3 times. And then let's talk about the repeat of the number 3. 2 is a creative number. 2 is a communication number. 2 is a partnership number. Okay, so you're having all these things come into play. And then 3 is a divine number. So your creativity, your partnerships, your ideas, your communications during these times are going to be led by the divine. And that's going to be really powerful for you. So this isn't a time where you're going to feel all just kind of like willy-nilly, let it all just happen. No, this is going to be a time where you're really looking at things. You're really connecting with what you desire and what you want. And you see your career moving forward. Now, in terms of money, and Lord knows that things have been really crazy, really, really crazy. You're seeing what's truly important to you. That's what you're juggling. You're seeing what you desire. You're seeing what you want. You're seeing where you're being led. And as you're coming into balance with these things, you're embracing your eternity. You're embracing where it is that you stand, what it is that you stand for. You're embracing what's as valuable to you as money. And this can be the spiritual and the practical side of yourself coming together. But there are going to be 2 things during this time, 2 projects that you're working on, 2 ideas that you're working on. It can be home life and work life that you're really, really balancing. And you're going to be so focused on trying to keep this balance that you're not going to see that you yourself are out of balance. And it's going to be like, when you're, I don't know if you ever did one of those plank things or had one of those boards where you stood on it and you had to balance, you had to get it just right. Or I remember one time I did this in camp where you had to stand on this board and these people were on this side and these people were on that side, and it had to be balanced. It had to be balanced. And that's what you're doing here. It's kind of like you need things to be balanced, but you yourself aren't balanced. So step back and look at the way that you want to move forward. Look at what you're desiring. And then here with the water, emotions run high, and you can have 2 people, especially, they're either out adrift, okay? They're so far from where you need them to be, it's going to actually seem comical at times. But as you're coming in to what you want and what you desire, you're going to see where you need to give your attention to and who's, even trying to sabotage you during this time. And it can be other water sign energies, Pisces, Scorpios, Cancers, but it's, it's this sense of, where do I want to be? What is it that I'm working towards? And how is this person connecting with me? Or how are they, using my good nature against me? Because the world is opening up. You're connected with the archangels, you're connected with the higher forms of the zodiac, you are moving forward in triumph and in victory. You have the balance of the magician's wand and the magician's wand right here, it's balanced. You are seeing yourself move forward towards what you're creating, towards what you're desiring. And this is really saying that as you find your own balance, the world starts opening up to you. As you find the things that it's kind of like what you're giving your life to, what you want to develop, what you need, what is of the utmost importance to you. And as you do so, the Hangman comes into play. You see things differently from everybody else. And that, Scorpio, is just you. That's you. So as you're seeing things differently, as you're taking things in, it's like, don't sit there and think, oh, I have to conform. Oh, they're not going to get me. People won't always get you anyway. Embrace who you are. And look at the world differently. You have the halo here. You're connecting with divine wisdom. And you're not in pain because you see things differently. It's like, this is what I choose. You might be choosing to go through a difficult period in your life, whether consciously or subconsciously, or you had this written into your verdict chart? That might be completely wrong. But you've had this written into kind of like your natal chart. It's there in your stars. And what you're seeing here is, Vedic astrology is what I was thinking of. So what you're seeing here is, you're seeing it like this trial, this sense of a feeling on the outside looking in. And as you're looking at this, you might be feeling like, oh wow, I've done this wrong. You haven't. You haven't. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your convictions. Look at things differently, especially when it comes to your career, because you're seeing yourself move forward. And this is connecting you to the Empress, the stage of endless possibilities, the stage of, because the Empress is pregnant, the stage of pregnancy, the stage of creation. And so here, you are having your ships go out, but you're also going to have your ships come in. You're going to see what you desire. You're going to see what you want. You're looking at the bigger picture of what you need. And as you do so, you're going to be a student of what you know. And what you know, you know. So here, as you're taking in this information and this knowledge, the world starts opening up to you. You're embracing what you love. That's going to be important. A healing coming in. And there are two roads that you can take. And these roads, they've always seemed rather spelled out to you. Especially recently. It's like, okay, I can do A or I can do B. But it's one of these two roads. And it's like, no, it's not. As you're coming in, as you're balancing the masculine and feminine energy of yourself, as you're moving forward, as you're making those connections, as you're healing, as you're becoming, the roads that are going to open up to you are not simply the roads that you choose, or the roads that you hold, the swords that you hold, the logic that is within your reach. It's the logic of spirit that comes. It's seeing that energy connection to you and seeing a third road open and a fourth road open and more roads open than really at times you even want to deal with. And so what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be looking at what's right for me. How do I move forward? Where are my blessings? Where is it that I desire being? Because there's this powerful shift that's going, and it's saying here, and I just see it. It's like, what is my truth? What is my celebration? Am I to be king of a castle? Am I to be king of a cottage? What is it that I want? What is my idea of wealth? Because you're going to see, Scorpio, it's changing. There's this old Nordic saying, and I love it to pieces. It says, better to be king of a cottage than servant in a castle. And that is for our whole entire lives. Better to be the king of what you have than the servant of aspiration, of always striving for what will always be just out of reach. Embrace your talents. They're not like everybody else's. Don't try to conform. It's not going to work. I mean, it might work. You might be successful at it and everything like that, but it's not going to sing to you the same way that simply embracing your life, your soul, your self will. It's time to move forward. And you're seeing the different gateways, and you're studying, you're looking, you're searching, you're studying. You're seeing things so much more deeper. You're cutting through doubts and fears and knowing what it is that you want. And that can be half the battle. You can say, Dane, I don't know what it is that I want. I know what it is that I don't want. Here's the key. When we know what it is that we don't want, we tend to focus on that. Like, I never want that again. Cool. It's actually really helpful to know what you don't like to be, what you don't want to be in your career, in your wealth, in anything like that, in what you're juggling. It's like, why am I trying to juggle this? I don't like it anyway. Let it go. Let it go. Who are you proving things to? Look at what you desire, what you want, what you need. Say, is this worth it? Because if you're living a life where it just isn't worth it, then reassessing and saying, I want my world to be open to me, prosperous, successful, and bountiful for me, not for anybody else. And as long as you uphold your responsibilities, as long as, you're being a good, kind person, let yourself walk through that door of what you desire, of what you truly want. Your subconscious message is the 5 of Wands. Career-wise, as much as you're moving forward, and I love that you have 3, 4, and then 5. I think that's really cool, that progression. The 5 of Wands is doubts and fears. Oh, I can't do this. Oh my gosh, I'm completely overwhelmed. Oh my gosh, I can't get there. What's going to happen here? What's going on there? And it's chaos. It's thinking about things and saying, am I moving forward the right way? Do I know where it is that I want to be? And this can also be external chaos. Don't get involved in the chaos at work. Don't. There is plenty to complain about, most definitely. And there's just a sense here of don't get involved in their drama. It might put you on the outside looking in, and that can be awkward. But keep on doing your work. Keep on doing what's right for you. And you're going to see that this chaos starts to fall away. Because this can also be somebody who's thinking, oh, I'm just like larking around. I'm just making a joke. I'm just, and they pull people in, and all of a sudden it becomes really serious. And you don't need that. You just don't. Your subconscious chakra message is universal light. And that's what I see with this 2 of Swords. I see that light right here permeating through you from your, soul star chakra to your earth star chakra, earth soul chakra, right there. Earth star chakra. Yeah, that's right. Right there. So you're having this come through, guiding you, making you more, empowering you, having options open. And then your subconscious spirit animal message is the grasshopper spirit. Take that leap of faith. Because nobody can take it for you. Take that leap of faith. You will be pleasantly surprised. And it's not saying leap now, okay? Lord knows, plan. Plan. It's better to have money coming in, paying the bills, than feeling adrift and in chaos. So, plan. I see you making a shift towards your future that is breathtaking. I see you finding balance, looking at what's truly important. And then also taking care of yourself, Scorpio. Instead of always, taking care of everyone else and everyone else. Finding that balance, embracing that understanding. It moves you to a whole new world. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe.